Okay, small account challenge. What's today? Trade recap. Summary. Trade summary for February 15, 2024. So a really rough day today in the market. Not a single winner, all losses, and there was opportunity today. But yeah, I didn't really capitalize on that. So I think the first trade I took was PLCE. I was getting frustrated because I wanted to get in this trade, and I'm watching it take off, and it goes from 24 to 38, and there was just no good entry for that. So I turned to a 1 minute chart to try to look for entry, and gosh, I get in as it's at the near peak of the bounce of this 90 MA, which is bad, and that was FOMO. And actually, I bought, because it was kind of late, I bought like 30 shares or so. And then as it starts going, I added another 30 shares because I'm thinking it's gonna go now. However, it does come in and stops me out. Well, I get out with about $100 loss roughly. So I try to mitigate the bad entry with smaller size, but then I got greedy and bought more. So this just a bad trade. Like had I bought here closer off the 9, that would have been a much easier trade for me. In fact, that would have been my actual trade setup. But when it's this extended off the 9, I up here I hate to buy because fewer shares. I have to buy fewer shares so I could withstand a pullback just like this. But here I am thinking, oh, it's no pullback. It's about to go straight up. Just like it did back here. Just kept going up, up, and up. So that was no bueno. But as soon as I get stopped out, or take myself out, I'm just realizing, damn it, I should have just stayed in the trade. Or bought again, because this is my setup. So really only offered one opportunity to get in this particular trade for me for a long. But like I mentioned yesterday, I was going to be more focused on shorting a stock. Yeah, see, I just thought it was going to run straight up just like it did here. But anyways, I saw an opportunity to short later on, and I missed it because by this time, I believe I had reached my full maximum loss, and which was too bad because it did offer a good sell. I would have got short probably around somewhere in here. This would have felt uncomfortable, but I would have stayed in it and been able to capitalize off the short. So I'm almost certain this would have been a winner had I did not reach my max loss. So that's very unfortunate there. Where we go next? Oh, here we go. What is this? Frog. So frog. This is. I'm buying this area here, but I'm not really feeling it. Had I bought here or somewhere down here, this would have been fine. But I did buy here, um, thinking it was going to hold above this previous high. And yeah, continue to run. But this stock should have never even been on my watch list, or I should have never traded it. It did not really have all that great volume, but yeah, I shouldn't have traded it. I gotta learn to stay away from bad stocks. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a better job of focusing on staying out of stocks I shouldn't be trading. This is one of them. It had no real good trading uh, moves. Yeah, it starts, I get in somewhere in here. It does this little action. And then here's where I'm thinking, okay, well, it can run now. It's going to run now. But, I did feel like I had to put my target too high, around 49 bucks, which I didn't feel comfortable doing. But it was the only way the trade could make sense to me. So, yeah, just a bad trade all around. Bad setup, bad stock to trade. Execution was great. But that's about it for this one. Got stopped out as it went down here. Yeah, so here's a trade. Again, this is not my setup. This is though, but I was too scared to buy here. I gotta stop being scary. When I see this little action here in the 100 holding, I need to just go ahead and get in as soon as it breaks above the 5 minute opening high. Because this was kind of an easy trade. Next time though. But yeah. So now here I'm trying to catch a bounce off of 20. Now this is I shouldn't. This was not a bad bounce, but it wasn't the type of bounce I look for. This one would have been more appropriate, even though it still came in and turned out to be. It would have turned out to be a loss. But here's where the bounce. I'm kind of anxious. I buy it at the near top, and then I quickly get taken out as the stock only had to go down like 10 cents before I reached my max loss on this particular stock, and I was done for the day. So, um, yeah, this is a trade for me, but I was too scared to take. But and here was a automatic out. CLSK. Oh, yeah. See, here's the similar setup. 5 minute opening range comes down and then starts to bounce back up. But instead of the 200 holding the stock up, it's a combination of VWAP and 20 EMA, etc. So I did decide to get into this particular trade. I don't know why exactly I got in here, but not the other one. But I took advantage of this one as it crossed above pre-market. But I couldn't. I just think to myself, man, it's just not a good trading stock. And so I exit, small gain, very small gain. So I guess I did get one win, but it was very small. It's basically a break even. And I'm glad I did because it proved to be what I thought, which is just a very risky entry buying a breakout. I haven't bought a breakout in a very long time. Also, uh, the high or my target it's pretty lofty, and I had to give it quite a bit of room to work, which I wasn't willing to do. And at least I would have to allow it to hit at least 90 EMA. And I'm sure this would have took me out anyway. So I did save myself here. But yeah, not necessarily a bad setup. It's just a bad stock. Yes. Unless I get in on get a really good entry, and buy a lot of shares, it's just not worth trading the breakout here. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I haven't bought a breakout in a long time, and that's why I was hesitant. Another reason why I was hesitant to hold on to this particular stock. Yeah, that's it. Here's that's from yesterday, not today. Yeah, so I'm back down to 50% on my profit target, so I'm only halfway to my target. It's frustrating. That's gonna play into me, into my emotions, into my mindset tomorrow, because I want to get out of here as soon as possible and start trading real money. But I did reach my total trade goal. My pump went away. But yeah. So tomorrow's focus is focusing on my particular setups. I need to stop getting anxious if I lose. If I miss out, I miss out. And today, really, there was one setup. I would say, oh, this is a 1 minute. Two setup, 2.5 setups. Cause I don't really trade off the 1 minute, or I haven't practiced trading off the 1 minute, but this is kind of entry. But I don't know if I could trade this fast on my phone. So I'll just say 2.5 trades for me to take today, which is, it's hard to sit around and just wait. But I know my setups don't come too frequently, so I just got to be more patient, and I'm gonna focus more on just trading my setup and only my setups, so I don't fucking lose more money. And also, I gotta remind myself tomorrow is Friday, so people, the stock market is likely to be slow. So that is all.